Namaskaram everyone. Today it's a very informal setting. I do not have my mic. I do not have any of the equipments that I usually use, a tripod and all. But I try to make one video per week, and so I thought no matter what I have or don't have, I should still put out a video. And it's my birthday today, so I thought I don't know when I'll be uploading it, but since it's my birthday today, I thought I would revisit my first video that I put on YouTube. That video is what is the difference between mental illness and normal illness. In that first video I was wearing a suit, I had by-hearted so much, and I was not open about me suffering from depression and why I was putting out that video. So today, since I am out of various tools like a tripod and mic, I have a lot other things to say. I can be very genuinely open with this video. So before going into the difference, what is the one similarity between the so-called mental illness and regular illnesses like cancer, diabetes, fever? Like if you are a person suffering from any kind of illness, fever, viral disease, chickenpox, whatever, you are suffering in one way or the other. Your body is suffering and you realize it, and it is very hard for you. The same is the case with mental health problems. Whether it's depression, whether it's anxiety, you are suffering. It is very real for you. It was very real for me. Maybe the people outside who looked at me, they said, oh, Vaisakh is looking cool, he has everything, why should he suffer? No. So unless you say about it, no one is gonna know. But for you, for me, it was very real. But in my opinion, that's about it. That's the only similarity between the so-called mental illness and regular illnesses. Now let's get into the difference. What are the differences, or what is the main difference? So when I was a kid, I was having all these issues, exam stress and all these problems. I was finding it very hard, and I was taken to a psychiatrist. So within 1 hour, after filling some checklist and talking to me, the psychiatrist told me that Vaisakh, you are having OCD and you need to take a psychiatric drug Prozac because there's a chemical imbalance in your brain. I was not given any blood test or any kind of brain scans or anything until I suffered the seizures because of the side effect of the drugs. Before that, there was no medical checkups or anything. Even when I was in India, this was not only in Qatar, even when I was in India, there was no such medical test done for me or anything. Each psychiatrist used to talk to me, to my parents, and decide that I was suffering from OCD, depression and so-called things. But let's take the case of any other illness. Suppose you are going to a doctor with a fever, or let's take diabetes. That will be much more easier for me to convey, since that is the same example I used in my first video. You go to a doctor, you tell him you're having so much symptoms, you're feeling like this, and the doctor says, oh, you have diabetes, you need to take insulin. Then you will say, doctor, you just talked to me for like 10 minutes, how do you know I have diabetes? What about some tests? So the doctor says, yeah, let's take some tests. If you don't believe in me, let's take the test. So you are given a blood test, and when you take the blood test, it shows that the sugar level is way higher than the normal level. Now you take insulin, the sugar level returns to the normal level. So the doctor says, see, I told you so. So we have a categorization. Now what about the chemical imbalance in your brain? Does any of your psychiatrists prove to you that there is a chemical imbalance? I am not saying that our happiness, our emotion does not have a chemical basis. Yes, each of our thought, each of our emotion generates a specific chemical composition within our body. That is true. But how much of it makes anxiety? How much of it makes depression? Like how much serotonin causes depression, or how much combination of this and that, oxytocin, serotonin? We do not know. We actually do not know. I will be clear with you. I have been a psychologist. I have studied the literature. I have gone through books. It's all a theory. Okay, it's all a theory. It's never been proved. You should check this out for yourself. You should not believe me. You should check it out. Has it ever been proved? If you're going to a psychiatrist, ask him. No, there are no tests. They will say there are some tests, but no. Very tests. Very. And some of these tests, there are I have checked some, and there is one test that I have found in Peter R. Bergen's book, that there is a test, but it is so rarely done, that it is done for only 1% of the population, because it is so hard to do. It is very hard to do, and 99% of the people who are diagnosed with mental illness do not get any kind of test. So what is essentially happening is, see, I'll give you a simple example. Suppose your iPhone is not working, okay? Sometimes my iPhone doesn't work, so I just tap it on tuck like that, and suddenly it starts working. But does it mean that is the proper way for it to work? If I do this more often, I will lose my iPhone, I will damage it, right? So what I need to do is I need to take it to a servicing center or to the manufacturing place so that they can replace it or all this stuff. They can upgrade the software. So this is what essentially psychiatry is doing. They are using a hammer to tap your brain. These chemicals, these so-called antidepressants and anti-anxiety pills are screwing with your brain. It is like hitting a hammer on your head. Like maybe in the extreme cases where someone is very suicidal or someone is harming themselves, they might find a relief, or someone going through extreme stress may find a relief. I'm not saying it will not give you a relief, but they might find a relief for some time. But just imagine in the long term, maybe long term doesn't mean years, in a few months only, it can damage you so much. I faced the damage. Within 2 months, I had my first seizure. So just imagine the kind of potency those drugs have. So my videos are not to tell you not to go to a psychiatrist or anything, or not to take antidepressants. It's your life, it's your brain, it's your body. You have the freedom to do whatever you want to do. But I want to be aware of this. And right now I'm able to do this so easily because I want to give you tools, very safe tools other than psychiatry, to help you recover your your intelligence, so that it doesn't work against you. So that is why I have put out this video now. So I hope you like the video. So do give me a like or dislike if you like or do not like the video. Do share this video, since I think someone might find it helpful. And don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to my channel. So until next time, have a nice day and bye. Namaskaram.